Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Andy. Thank you for being here. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedly. Hope you guys are doing good. Harry's getting cold feet, you guys. He's afraid to show up for the unveiling. He knows his popularity has dropped. It was on some BBC video that I watched. He knows that he's made a lot of blunders, and so that's what this spread is about today. I also would like to backtrack a little bit on how I had been saying all along that Markle, and I think also probably Harry as well, are both vulnerable narcissists, which puts them in the covert category, which is not the grandiose, which is the look at me, totally. They try to come off more as innocent, good people. That is more your coverts and your vulnerable narcissism. If you were to go to Dr. Grande, he has a video that I watched. It was on my stream, and I decided to watch it. And in it, he did talk about, it's a vulnerable narcissist video. He did say that in the DSM-5, which is a psych manual that is for students who are going to be psychiatrists and psychologists, that vulnerable narcissist is comorbid with borderline personality disorder, histrionic, and dependent personality disorder. So what I'm getting at is I'm just going to say I was right. I was right. He confirmed what I've been saying for several months now, actually longer, over 6 months now, that there's this comorbidity going on. And I think it's probably in both of them because they're both coming off as the victim. Vulnerable narcissists are the ultimate victim. They play victim. That's how they win. They use crocodile tears. They elaborate and extend any suffering to make it much bigger and exploit it than what it ever was. They dramatize everything, and they take a molehill and they turn it into a mountain, okay? You go to try and save them, send them a raft, they'll throw it back at you and say, no, I'm suffering, I'm suffering. You throw it back at them, they'll throw it back at you and say, no, I'm suffering, I'm suffering. They don't truly want help. That is the comorbidity of the vulnerable narcissist, covert narcissist. It is comorbid with borderline, histrionic, and dependent personality disorder. That is why Markle claims to be independent, this feminist, this yada yada, but she isn't. She's dependent on every man she's been with. Her lifestyle has been dependent on them. She is not a grandiose narcissist where she's independent. A grandiose narcissist is going to try and then attach. A grandiose will not attach quickly because they have a wide matrix of supply sources. They are very proud of themselves. They have a lot of self-pride. They're not going to attach quickly. But a covert, vulnerable narcissist is going to do it as quickly as possible because they got that dependent nature. They've got that borderline, which is fear of abandonment, and they've got that histrionic, which is they assume everybody's closer to them than what they actually are. So, and they use sexuality. The borderlines do, the narcissists do, the histrionic. They use sex to get in. That is used as a weapon. So I just had to reiterate that. So I hope you understand that slightly a little better. If you have doubts about that, go to Dr. Grande on the vulnerable narcissist video that he has there. He's an excellent doctor. He's very cut and dried. Very fact-based. So anyways, there you go. So I was right. Sometimes I got to say I was right, then I'm saying it. Don't want to do it too often, but there you go. Here we go, because people were questioning me. People were questioning me saying, well, don't you think, how do you know, yada, 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 and there was a little bit of arguing going on. So I had to clarify that. So here you go. This spread today is going to be about Harry's cold feet. Harry's cold feet on showing up for the unveiling of his mother's statue. Not surprised, he's got his tail between his legs, and the shame of the narcissism is kicking in, and that abandonment issues of the borderline is kicking in because they gave him the cold shoulder at Philip's funeral, so he knows he's not loved and adored or wanted. So both these, a lot of the core issues that he has is being, lighted, basically. It's on fire. So I'm not surprised. I expected it. I've been saying it to my husband privately. He goes, oh no, he'll show up. But no, he's going to get cold feet because he's been rejected. And they can't stand that rejection. They can't stand being held accountable. And he doesn't want to be held accountable. So let's get this. Here we go. Major arcana. And then we're going to do the minors. Harry and his fear of going. His fear of going. Please be clear. Please be clear. Here we go. Sun in reverse. He knows he won't be happy going. And they're not going to be happy to see him. And the star in reverse. So right away, he knows it's the wrong thing to do, and he would be very unhappy going. I'm going to go straight to under the deck, the Hierophant in reverse. He doesn't want to see them. But I'm going to be nice, and I'm going to do everything upright, just for the sake of it. Just for the sake of giving him the benefit of the doubt, which is what every narcissist wants. That's what they play on. They want the benefit of the doubt. That's how they get in and get you. And then they play sweet, and then they go mean on you. That benefit of the doubt, your empathy is played against you. Here we go. So I'm going to let it play against me right now. Here we go. Let's get the sun. What is it about the sun that has Harry in a pickle? What is it about the sun? Please clarify the sun. Spirit guides and angels, please clarify the sun. Please clarify the sun. The 8 of swords and wands in reverse, and the 7 of cups in reverse. I'm going to pull another one, and the 10 of pentacles upright. So basically, okay, I got 3 cards here. What is it saying? What is it saying? Well, everything did happen slowly, and his gaslighting's in reverse. They know what he's doing. They know that he doesn't have a lot of options. His options are not there. He's acting like he's got options galore. And it's all a lie. Their Spotify is dead. Netflix is dead. Nothing has happened. They claimed all this money and finances coming in, but nothing has gone to fruition. So the well's drying up. There's not a lot of options coming their way, and the 10 of Pentacles, and it's affecting his finances. It's affecting his financial legacy with his family, with her, that woman. It is affecting them. And it's an ending closure here with the 10 of Pentacles. He would like to be wealthy. He wants that success. But the fact that I did actually get the sun in reverse, he's not happy because it's not happening. And it's affected this. If he doesn't have options here, if this isn't upright, how is he going to make the money? It's not going to happen. This is in reverse. People are recognizing him as being a total victim, and they're not respecting him. He's lost respect from the corporate America. Corporate America doesn't want a cry wolf little boy. He is really coming off as a little boy. Options are just not there. So that is why, and he knows he's not wanted either. The family doesn't really want him. Their cups are not overflowing here for him. It's just not. The well's drying up. So let's get the star. Let's clarify the star. Please clarify the star. Please clarify the star. Here we go. Yeah, 2 of swords in reverse. There's no options for him. He knows he's out of options. And he doesn't want to communicate. And he doesn't want any options they're going to offer him to resolve anything, because he doesn't want to truly resolve anything. Partnerships in reverse as well. And the communication's down. He knows the communication's down. He's afraid that the communication's still going to be down when he goes, that they're not going to cozy up to him and pat him on the back and say, oh, it'll be okay, little Harry. We forgive you. Let's all talk and let's act like nothing happened. A lot of borderlines, part of the pathology is when they detach from people, same with narcissists, they like to come back in and pretend like nothing happened. They want you to go along with that narrative that nothing went down. Everything is peachy keen and nothing happened, and that's part of they cannot face their own behavior, their own actions, their own words. And so that's another reason why this is in reverse. He can't face it, and he doesn't want to talk about it either. That's why the star was in reverse. He doesn't want to face it. So he doesn't want to face his actions. He doesn't want to face his words that he did on Oprah. He doesn't want to be held accountable. And he knows that the communication, he's going to get iced out. He's likely to get iced out, and he's aware of that. This is sticking out, so I'm going to take it. And he doesn't feel that success is close. This guy here is sitting here waiting for the perfect opportunity. It's in reverse. He knows there's no good opportunity. The opportunity's gone. That he went too far. He went way too far, and it's hitting him now. It's hitting him that he took it too far. So now let's get the Hierophant. Let's clarify the Hierophant. There we go. Well, those came out. So we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. He knows that they're not going to give him any money, and they're not going to accept him as a person, as an individual, as an earthbound energy. Pentacles is energy. It is finances, money, your body, your person, yourself. Rejection. Rejection for the purse strings, rejection for who you are as an individual. And especially because of his Queen of Wands in reverse. I always get this with that woman. We all know that. I say it all the time. She's the Queen of Wands in reverse. And based on the fact you're still married to her, which is with the marriage alliance card. They want him to get a divorce. As long as you're with her, nothing's going to happen between us. You're shut down. We're shut down. We're completely shut down for you. So he's aware of all of this. He is fully aware of all of this. What will she do about it? So now, what will she do about it? I will add all of them together here. And let's see what happens. How does she feel about it? How does she feel about the purse strings are closed? The energy strings are closed. They will not allow themselves to be puppeteered by that Queen of Wands in reverse woman. So how does she feel? How does the Queen of Wands woman feel in reverse about them not they're getting out of the sandbox, basically. They're not going to play in the same sandbox as her. They're not going to allow themselves to be tormented and toyed with. Drawing the line in the sand, like the Queen Elizabeth says, either you're in or you're out. The toxic people will try and come in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, toy with you, play with you. Conditions must be met on their terms, and then they'll dangle, oh, you don't want to do it, then they pull back. This painting black, painting white, painting black, painting white, flip and flop, flip and flop, flip and flop. That is your borderlines. They will flip and flop back and forth. One day you're sweet, they think you're the greatest, and the next day you're a devil in disguise. So that's how they roll, and they're not playing, which is good for them. So how does this woman feel? How does this woman feel? How does this woman feel? How does she feel about them not wanting to play? Not wanting to play? Well, she's upset that Harry's been shut out. For starters, she knows that he's been shut down, and he has no energy to do it. The fact that he's not willing to do it either is probably really upsetting her. Harry's there also. Harry's not willing to communicate either because he knows they shut him out, so now he's shutting him out in return. So now it's total silence between them. This is sticking out. I'm going to take it. Conflicts in reverse. She knows the conflicts have gone in reverse because they're not willing to play. So this isn't going to bode well for her, and that means that she cannot push forward with agendas against them because they aren't playing. And it makes it Page of Cups. It makes them kind of emotional. It makes her think of, oh boy, what about the kids? So it's not going to go well for her. Success is not close. This is kind of a guy who's got up boundaries and is, thinking he's gaining experience, and he's defiant, but he's going to be victorious. Victory is close. Victory is not close. Her defiance has not paid off, and the victory is not close. So she's not winning. She's losing the game, and the conflicts continue. They're just going to continue, and success isn't close. Victory is not close. So she needs Harry to become a King of Wands and get creative on her. She wants him to get creative, get some strength back, so that She can't talk to him. She's not going to be able to talk to him. She's like, they won't talk to me, Harry. You need to strengthen up. You need to get strong here, Harry, because they will not talk to me. And we're at a rock bottom here. You know, we're at nine of swords here. And so this is totally cruel. They're being cruel to us, Harry, and they're telling us no. This is the no card. They're telling us no, and it is cruelty, Harry. And that cruelty is very selfish of them. How selfish of them. Oh, geez. And, you know, they don't want to share their money with us. And they know we're not stable financially. They're not going to give it to us. And this is a loss. This is a loss, and it's causing too many emotional conflicts for us. And we need to manifest something different here for our benefit so that we can have a finished cycle here, so that everything can be fulfilled and completed and have full harmony. We need harmony. We need to manifest harmony and completion. And because the King of Swords is not going to talk to you. Your dad's not talking to you. We need to, and we need to get him too, because right now, nobody is balancing their emotions and feelings. So she's trying to maneuver him, lovers in reverse. They don't love us. They don't want us. So this is looking like, unhappy family. Everyone. So she's realizing, and they won't talk to us. We've been shut out. We've been shut out. Shut out. Shut out. Yep. But it's no loss, Harry. It's no loss for us. You know, the conflicts are done. We're done fighting. Maybe we should stop fighting. And we should look out for ourselves here with the two partnerships. And, you know, we have a fork in the road here. We need to decide what road we're going to go down now. So they shut us out. We have a complete shutdown. You should get creative, Harry. It's not too much of a loss here. We can have the world at our feet. We can manifest what we want. But I do need you to get creative, Harry, because they won't talk to me. And we have here, Ace of Swords in reverse. So we don't want them to have an epiphany about us. They don't have an epiphany about themselves either. They have no clue what they even want to say. They're clueless with this in reverse, Ace of Swords in reverse. So this is intellectual success. This is intellectual success. It's in reverse. So you got the dumb and the dumb leading the dumb. I mean, Dumber and Dumb. It's that TV show, that movie, the blind leading the blind is what that is. And we have here nostalgic. They're very nostalgic over what they lost. But when you get the nostalgia card, according to Biddy Tarot, you do not go back. Even though she's nostalgic, oh boy, we lost all that. We can't go back. You can't go back, Harry. And it was just to a lesser degree, not that big of a deal. So now she's going to try and diminish what she's done. You didn't need them anyways. It is what it is. We're going to rebuild, even though it's the dumb leading the dumb and completely clueless. And we're going to stick together. So she's not willing to let them go. We're going to find new partnerships, even though we may not be happy with what they give us initially. And the final card is Justice. Oh, geez. So she really thinks she's going to have the balancing of the scales and justice as her final outcome. She really thinks she's going to win, and that cause and effect is going to be on her side. That is the grandiosity of her mind. And that is why she always thinks everything is going to be in her favor. That no matter what happens, I will always win. So that's her mindset. That's what's going down with Markle. Yeah. But the reality is not going to be that, you guys. That's not going to be the reality. The reality is going to be very different. What will the reality be? What will the reality be? What will the reality be? Here we go. Reality be, well, loyalty. Looking for the loyalty and hitting a different path. They'll be going down different roads because the loyalty is affected. So they will have to go down a different road. And very hard climb. Difficulties. Lots of difficulties. It's not going to be easy road. It's not going to get fixed. And a new man. A new man. She's likely to find someone else, or he's likely to find someone else, because I have said he has sexual fluidity. I'm going to clarify this. I have to clarify that one. All right, let's find out. Is it going to be a is it going to be a female card or a male card? Let's find out. Who is walking? Who's going to find that male partner? Who is going to find the male partner first? Which one will it be? I know it sounds crazy, but that is the secret side of their relationship, is the sexual fluidity and the open marriage that they actually have that people are in denial about and are not aware of. Here we go. Let's clarify the gentleman. Who is it? Who will find love first? Who will find love first? Ah, well, we got judgment. There's a judgment call. Ah, oh boy. The high priestess, so it's secrets for right now. So someone's making a judgment whether or not to do it or not, if it's a good idea. And they're keeping it, it's a secret. Right now it's a secret with the high priestess. And we have here Page of Wands. Someone is being very courageous and strong and doing it on the down low. It's not telling me just yet. And we have the Emperor. So that is male energy. So far, well, she's got a lot of male energy. So this person who they're chasing has a lot of Emperor energy, very strong male energy. And Ace of Pentacles, it is a new relationship unfolding. So yes, this new primary, secondary source of supply is in place. And that's typically what happens. They will groom this individual to make sure they're a good fit before they dump and go down a different road with this one, because they don't like the problems and struggles. They want to make sure they're completely undying loyalty, that they're willing to put up with all their BS, and they're willing to put up with the ghosting, the triangulation, the fabrications, the lies. How well do you cope with all of that? So this person's being tested, being completely tested, and it is a new relationship. I still don't know right now. Four of Wands. So this is happening in probably near the hometown of where she's at, because of Four of Wands, that's close to home, as far as I'm concerned. Nine of Pentacles. So I would say the Nine of Pentacles, I would say it's her, because I get her with the Nine of Pentacles all the time, because she is always my Nine of Pentacles girl. This is a Megan card right here. So it's Megan. She is working on her next secondary source of supply to take the primary position once she decides to hit the road and go down a different path and say, this isn't working, I'm going down a different road, and this is what the outcome will be. She will have her secondary source of supply, and she will have tested him to make sure that he's going to put up with her mind and willing to jump through all the hoops and all the boundary lines being reset, because she's going to break every boundary line. How well will they cope with her breaking every boundary line? Will they put up with it? So all these little tests are being tested on that individual before they make their move. They're going to fully test out that secondary source of supply. They will not jump into it till they know that person is capable of handling them and is willing to jump through all the hoops. So how is Harry going to handle this? Because he is going to get discarded. So it's looking like she will dump him. And so let's find out how that's going to go down. How will Harry handle it? How will Harry handle it? How will Harry handle being discarded? How will he handle being discarded? Well, he will handle it with the Three of Wands in reverse. So that basically creation in reverse. He won't be able to create anything, and he won't have emotional strength. He won't have high energy. He's going to move very slowly. That will be someone who's going to lack courage. And basically, there's a lot of delays for him. He's not going to be able to create anything. And there's not going to be any opportunities. He's going to feel like all his opportunities are empty now, gone. So his opportunities in reverse with trying to be strong for the world. So he's going to put up a face of strength, even though he isn't strong. And player in reverse. He's going to say, oh, I got played. So now he's no longer the player. He was being quite the player with her. He's being player boy. I'm the money guy. I'm in control. She made him feel this way, to be honest. She doesn't believe he's this player, but she turned him into a player. And he's going back to realizing he's no money player. It's not in him to be a player and to be a money maker. He's clueless. He wasn't made to do this. He doesn't have the ability. She always knew that, but she made him believe it. And now he's realizing he got played and he is no player. And he's got to pretend to be strong in the face of the world. He's going to pretend to be strong even though he has absolutely no strength, no courage. And he's going to, on the bottom of the deck, we have positive emotions. He's going to try and act positive about it. So he's going to put on a social mask, basically, and he's going to act happy about it. He could feel some happiness, though, at some point in time. Initially, he's not going to because of this in reverse, courage, strength, energy in reverse. But he's going to put up the face of strength. He's going to act very positive, like we both decided to do this. So he's going to put up a united front that this was a joint decision, is how he's going to frame it. We're doing this with love. We're doing this, it's that LA divorce kind of mindset. Like, you know, how do they have a different word for it. They won't even call it divorce. They'll call it something else. We're detaching with love. They'll be framed in some unique way. It simply won't be divorce. It's going to be a woke description, basically. So 10, 22, 3, 4, 5, 25 on the top row. 25 comes a 7 of hearts, stars. He will say it's the right thing to do. It's the right path. We've made the right decision for us. So that's good. That's good. He will be okay in that terms. Okay, so this comes to 11. And 11 comes to 3 of clubs, blackbirds, communication. We are still in communication. It's the right thing to do, and we will always communicate because we have 2 children. So that's how that will pan out. And it's going to be very woke words, you guys. Beware. It's going to be the way Gwyneth Paltrow and her ex-husband described their divorce, if some unique. I can't even remember. Maybe one of you guys know what that is, but yeah. So he has got cold feet, and so the best way to get one of these types of people to stay away from you is don't do for them what they can do for themselves. That's the way Dr. Grande said you need to do. Don't do for them what they can do for themselves, because what they will do is find someone else to fill that need, because they're very dependent. Megan is very dependent. Harry's very dependent. And the way to get them to go along and to get out of your life, don't do for them what they can do for themselves. Because if you tell them no, they're going to go find someone who will tell them yes. They don't like the word no. So you tell them no. If you think they can totally handle the job on their own, they put themselves in that position. You give them encouragement and send them on their way. You put the problem right back in their lap. They hate that. They want you to come in and rescue them because they're dependent. They fear abandonment. They create the situation and then later on feel like they are the abandoned one, even though they're the ones who puppeteered the whole situation. And then they sit back, cry victim, poor me, look what you did to me, when they're the ones who puppeteered the entire thing. It goes back to the drowning narcissist or the drowning borderline in the pool, and you throw them a raft. Here, let me rescue you. They don't want to be rescued unless you do a full rescue and you manage their life, you manage everything for them, because that is part of the dependent nature. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're learning and gaining information for your own personal life. That is why I always like to bring this into the cards, because hopefully I am helping some of you. And, you know, if you do know this stuff, that's great, because it just helps keep it alive in your head. Unfortunately, that's what we have to do. So I hope you like and subscribe. Until next time, bye.